Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new video. In this one, I will discuss what will potentially be happening to Modern Warfare after Call of Duty Vanguard releases, and can we expect to see some new content being added into the game. So of course guys, for today's video I am going to be doing a bit of a speculative commentary talking about the future of Modern Warfare, because of course it's that time of the year once again. The new Call of Duty game is going to be releasing in just under 2 months from now, which is really crazy to think about. And with Vanguard releasing, a lot of people recently have been wondering what's going to be happening to Modern Warfare, because surprisingly, a lot of people still play Modern Warfare, and honestly, I don't fault you guys. Modern Warfare is a really good game and I've been playing it recently, and that's what really brought up the topic in my head about what's going to be happening to Modern Warfare after Vanguard releases, and can we expect to see some new DLC content, for instance, a new map, a new DLC weapon, or heck, even just a bundle. So yeah guys, with that said, before we get too far into today's video, if you guys want to enjoy it, make sure you leave a like on it down below, as well as subscribe and turn on post notifications so that way you guys will not miss any V-Lace and greatest Call of Duty news, class ups, and all kinds of things like that. So without further ado, let's dive right into it. And alright, so to first assess what new content in Modern Warfare will be like after Vanguard's release, it's important to review the new content that released after Cold War launch. So for some context, in many respects, Modern Warfare is a lot like Black Ops 3. Both games were immensely popular during their initial years and continued to remain popular after subsequent games released. And as many veteran Call of Duty players will remember, Black Ops 3 received a multitude of updates after its original content season, with new DLC weapons and supply drop contracts making up a majority of that content, and quite frankly, some of Black Ops 3's most iconic weapons released during these content drops. Weapons like the XMC, AK-74U, PPSH, and 94, and so forth. And due to the immense popularity of Modern Warfare during Season 6, which was its final season, many players suspected Modern Warfare would receive similar post-year content updates similar to Black Ops 3, and to a certain extent it did. For instance, in April 2021, we received a major update in Modern Warfare, adding in the map Kill House from Call of Duty 4, and the update brought the first new DLC weapon in months, being the Psychov pistol, which, similar to other DLC weapons released in Modern Warfare, you could obtain the weapon via completing a simple challenge or by purchasing a bundle. And then over the summer, the in-game store was updated to include a couple new Modern Warfare specific Tracer Pack bundles, which laid the groundwork for the major content updates we'd see later in August. And speaking of which, in the first week of August, Modern Warfare yet again received a new update, this time releasing 2 new maps and a new DLC weapon, being the CX-9 submachine gun, which naturally made waves in the Call of Duty community as it was the first new DLC submachine gun to be added into the game in almost a year. And shortly thereafter, a third DLC weapon was added into the game, being the Round Light machine gun, which at this point in time is the last major new piece of content that was added into Modern Warfare. Now, although the updates were rather low-key, as there were no fancy trailers or cinematic graphics accompanying them, unlike we saw back in Black Ops 3 whenever there was a new DLC weapon or a new supply drop bundle or a new camo was added into the game. But quite frankly, Modern Warfare did receive a fair share of new content during the year Cold War was the newest Call of Duty game. However, there was a reason for it. So you see, pretty much all the new content we saw post Modern Warfare Season 6 had already been in the game files. For instance, the CX-9, the Psychov, and Round Light machine gun were all found in the Modern Warfare game files in December 2020, around the time that Black Ops Cold War Season 1 released, and that also remained true about the new store bundles that we saw release over the summer. For instance, there was a Tracer Pack bundle for the M13 assault rifle, and players actually got access to that particular blueprint about 6 months before the actual bundle was officially released in the store. Now you might be wondering, why am I bringing this up? Because this means that the new content that was added into Modern Warfare after Cold War released was less of brand new content and more of older content scheduled to be released periodically throughout that year. And that is important because there is a distinction. For instance, going back to the Black Ops 3 example, all the new DLC weapons were added into the game with an update. For instance, one of the final DLC weapons that released in Black Ops 3 was the M14 assault rifle, and if I'm not mistaken, it released in either May or June of 2018. However, unlike Modern Warfare, people didn't find the files for the M14 assault rifle in the game files of Black Ops 3 in November or December of 2017, because the M14 was a new DLC weapon that they released in Black Ops 3, and it wasn't a weapon that was added into the game files the year prior, and then Treyarch was just waiting to release that particular weapon later in the year. And this is where we run into our problem. So if you go into the game files of Modern Warfare, you won't find any more unreleased weapons or DLC maps or bundles, which means it's very likely that after Vanguard releases, we won't see any more new content in Modern Warfare. And sadly, this honestly makes a lot of sense. It appears to me that Vanguard is going to be kind of the spiritual successor to Modern Warfare, as it's not going to be a direct successor, for instance, a Modern Warfare 2 or something like that. However, if you're talking about the engine that runs on and how the game plays and all the kinds of things like that, I think Vanguard is going to be taking that over from Modern Warfare, because of course Warzone still runs on the Modern Warfare UI, and I think it is very possible that going into Vanguard, that UI is going to be changed from Modern Warfare to Vanguard. And why this is important is that Vanguard is going to be the spiritual successor to Modern Warfare. I don't see new DLC content being released in Modern Warfare after Vanguard releases, in a similar way that after Black Ops 4 release, Treyarch didn't release any new DLC weapons in Black Ops 3. However, that's just a theory of mine, and there's only one exception that I can see, and that's as a way to hype up COD 2022, because of course COD 2022 is going to be developed by Infinity Ward, so it is possible that to hype up the reveal of COD 2022, we might end up seeing a new update that might add in a small piece of new content in Modern Warfare to kind of hype up and bring attention to COD 2022. However, that's just my own theories, and if you guys haven't already, make sure you comment down below. What do you think? Do you think there is still a future for new content in Modern Warfare, or do you think the game is done? Make sure you comment your thoughts down below. So with that said, guys, that's gonna effectively wrap up today's video. I hope you went on to enjoy it, and if you did, don't forget to leave a like on this video, as well as subscribe and turn on post notifications, so that way you guys will not miss any of the latest and greatest Call of Duty news, class ups, and all kinds of things like that. So thank you once again for watching this video. I'm your host, Deeper Jungle. I hope to see you in the next one.
Nice one.